this and your videos live. This one. Boom. Boom. Oh, the chat's no longer available because it's just flat out left. God damn it. This one. Fixed it. All right, so now we're back up in the right spot. Pop out that. Put this over here. And here we go. Oh, for the really just really stupid fucking bullshit. I am here. This is Mr. Q. Zoinks, what are we going to do with Brian? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to befriend you. I don't think that's how that goes, Freak. I don't think that's how that goes. I'm gonna just say right now, I don't think that's that. I don't think that's how that goes. All right. So I don't need either of these now because that's there. Okay. So we did the man surprising his wife. Oh, we were on the man surprising his wife with finding her ring story. A lot of people guessing she's cheating on him and other things. So we'll see how it goes. Let's find out. But he found the ring, metal detector. I could. Why do you need to wear the ring? I feel like he's pumped quite enough kids into you that we can understand you guys are a couple.
Be a big secret.
Putting that secret in this envelope, which has the date it was found, who it's from, and the name of the patron saint of lost things.
We get out and she didn't know what it was. She thought maybe it was a box of candy. She had no clue.
So I thought, because it was in an old candy box, I thought, and I was wanting to go to the...
God, you are such a Wisconsin. So I thought it was in a candy box, and so I was searching through it, and I thought, that's a tater tot hot dish, don't you know?
See the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere at Vegas. I said, you got me tickets to the Sphere.
But 48 years later, it was something
she was so disappointed. She had to fake it so hard for this because she was so disappointed. No tickets to no movie. A new ring. We replaced my wedding ring ages ago. I've had one for 50 years. What, I'm supposed to wear this one again now? The new one's bigger.
Expected.
What did you find?
Well, look in the envelope.
You found my ring? Oh my God! You found it?
48 years in the ground.
Oh my God!
This past Christmas was the first time she ever wore the ring for the holidays.
I'm going to be honest. It doesn't look like it fits anymore. Looks like you need to size that baby up a bit. You leave my parents alone, says Mr. Q. Those are your parents? That's it, Pinky. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Snarf, I think brain. All right. I don't know. I don't know how you'll do that. He's back. Yeah, I had to relaunch it. It died for a second. I ordered a new cable that should have been delivered today. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but I assumed weather in Michigan might have been part of a factor. So let's just check here. No information as to whether or not my packages have been delivered today. Let's see, where's my... They said they'd be arriving today. Arriving today sometime by 6 p.m. Let us hope so. She is the most Midwest lady ever. She is. So I finished my hot dish and opened the box. Right. Oh. Well, I delivered my package today, so that's all that really counts as Mr. Q. I haven't delivered mine yet, but, you know.
And they'll be celebrating their 49th anniversary with it next month on February 19th. In Combined Locks, Jamal James, Action 2 News.
Action 2 News. Your action was covering a guy digging up a ring. Honestly, Must be a slow news day if that's what you're picking up. I'm picking that up because I'm trying to keep it a slow news day. I don't want to talk about the Jews. I don't want to talk about protests or any of that crazy shit. But I do want to. Please tell me we have the video. This is again the video. No. I want the video, not just the picture with the caption. Where is the video? Is it this? Nope. It's not this. Go back. Where is my video? About the hearse going through there. Footage of a hearse. All right, footage of a hearse. It's got to be this. No, funeral directors will pass on. This is a totally different story. I want my video, not just the picture of it. The stupid fucking news. You New York Post. All right, open image, a new tab. This is sad. So, apparently, a guy driving a hearse went through a McDonald's. There was a video online. It went a little viral. A lot of people were talking about it. I was going to play the video. We could make some jokes and stuff. McDonald's with a coffin in the back is wild. Yeah, it is a little intense. I mean, a hearse going through with a passenger. It said in his will he wanted to be taken to the Golden Arches as opposed to the pearly gates. Which is ironic because it's what he got at those Golden Arches that put him in that box in the first place. Heart attack took old Bob. I'll be standing for the National Socialist Workers Party. Wow. I don't think you're going to get a lot of support there, Joe. Well, I delivered my... Yeah, we covered that. So what's in the box? What's in the box? A dead guy. A dead guy's in the box. How about butt stuff? Can we talk about Ketsu Battler game yet? I don't know what Ketsu Battler game yet. What is... I don't want to know what Ketsu Battler game is. The fact that you're saying butt stuff, I don't want to. They started making these Van Hursts. I don't know when, but it's been like a thing for the last 5-6 years, and it's weird to me. It's a hearse. A hearse is a hearse, a hearse, a hearse. The idea is we were going to make fun of the drive-through part, but again, the video that the article I gathered, it's like, oh, this video is going viral. Like, right. And so your report on the video never, ever actually included the video. It's just the still pictures. Or still picture, I should say. The one picture over and over. Not a link to the video. So there we go. Matthew Q. Good to see. Okay. So we have, I think that's everything from the first hour. Sweet. An hour down. Oh. I got to try and make it 2 more hours. Just 2 more hours. We're an hour and a half in. I just got to make it 2.5 more hours. I don't know why, but my body does not want to keep going. We have a couple of things. Like a lot of our stuff in the second hour is, again, more of the lighter-hearted stuff. Seems to have chased off a few people. I apologize. Oh, or maybe it was our fucking KBS dip thing that really screwed the pooch. But today is just... Oh, we're doing great on Rumble. So it's just YouTube that took the big hit. We lost a little on Twitch. What are you going to do? All right, so our second hour stuff. Oh, dear Lord, I had a lot of space in there. We have a woman that wakes up to an 8-foot python coiled on her chest. We've got a guy who makes $30K a year doing something. I don't know if I feel good or bad for him, but I don't make $30K a year. That's a lot. And then we've got a fun story about America taking it to Canada. A porn star announcing that she's running for mayor. An anti-ICE agitator. The guy who stormed... Oh, so we do have one story about the guy yesterday from the church. I want to talk about him. And then David Rush is at it again. So I'm going to bitch about him for a minute. I am here. It happens. What? What happens? Johnny, stop with the dad jokes. They hearse. I think you mean they hurt. I didn't make any dad jokes yet. My favorite dad joke right now is what did Green say when he lost yellow? I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. Like, I love that one. I don't care. $30K a year, that's minimum wage. Right. I'm not saying this is this guy's only job. I'm just saying when you hear what he's getting $30K a year to do, you might have questions. It's like a side hustle. What if he's not working full time? What if he's doing spot jobs that he's getting $30K a year? It's just the job he's doing nets him $30K a year. Joey, getting bored. Not sure how many forms of tyrannical rule. All right. All righty. So, porn star running for mayor. So she'd be used to being on her knees. Well, it's not just that she's and yay, St. Caesar, low-hanging fruit joke. It's not just that she's running for mayor. It's kind of some of the facts about the office that she maybe should have known that are brought to her attention. And we'll have fun with all of that. So let's start with the Australian woman. She woke up with an 8-foot python on her chest. Oh, never mind. This is a video story for that. I thought that was an Australian woman woke up in the middle of the night to discover a massive carpet python coiled on her chest. What the heck is a carpet python? Is that like a snake that only... A carpet python? Rachel Bloor said she initially believed that the heavy weight on her stomach and chest was her dog lying on top of her. No, it was the snake that ate your dog. But when she reached under the covers, she felt something smooth beneath her hand and realized it was not her pet. To my horror, I realized it wasn't my dog, she told the BBC. Yeah, dude, like, give me the vid. Give me the vid. Oh, never mind. They don't have a video on this one either. The 2.5 meter, or roughly 8-foot snake had made its way into her bedroom Monday night. Bloom said she immediately woke her husband and asked him to turn on the light. And he goes, "Oh, baby, don't move. There's like a 2.5 meter python on you," she recalled. That's the first time she's ever heard that. Her first concern, Bloor said, was getting the family dogs out of the room before anything escalated. I thought if my Dalmatian realized that there's a snake in there, it's going to be carnage, she said. Okay. After her husband removed the dogs, she worked her way out from beneath the covers. Rather than calling a professional snake catcher, she stayed calm, ushered the large reptile out of the bedroom herself through a window. She just threw him back out into the wild. I just grabbed him, she added, that the python didn't really seem overly freaked out. He just sort of wobbled in my hand, she said. Bloor suspects the snake entered through plantation shutters on her window and crawled onto the bed where she slept. It was just that it was big enough it had been curled up on me. Part of its tail was still out the shutter. So it just curled up on her the minute it got in. The snake was identified as a carpet python, a non-venomous constrictor commonly found in Australia's coastal regions. Right, if you're waking up with snakes on your chest, let's not live in Australia. Let's not ground-bearing snake. Dalmatian. Okay, Dalmatian. Thank you, Zim. Thank you, Zim. She just wanted to warm up. Yeah, the snake just wanted to cuddle. Why you gotta be a cunt? I have no idea where we're going. What the world? Where are we at? Now I'm just... Which point? All right, now I have no idea what we're going through. Husband was thoroughly jealous of the python size. Yeah, he was jealous of the python size. He would prefer bigger pythons avoid this house because he's not swinging with a whole lot. He'd say his anaconda don't want none, but that would first require having an anaconda. So it's a problem. They're docile? They're docile. When they curl up and sleep on your chest, maybe. But how docile would it be if it got a hold of her dog? Would it help if the snake sang to you like in the Jungle Book? So what is he? What did they sing in the jingle? Why do I think they sang "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" in the Jungle Book? Is that racist? That I thought like the Jungle Book movie they sang "The Lion Sleeps Tonight"? Because I just think it'd be the tiger. I mean, there's more tigers in jungles than lions. Now we're getting stuck on stupid stuff. Can we talk about snakes? And yeah, that was kind of my plan. It was a big, burly, girthy python. Oh, my. The bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Like when you find a giant snake upon your wife. I mean the bare necessities, those simple bare necessities. I think the Lion Sleeps Tonight song, every time your cat screams. Yeah, but he's clearly not sleeping when he does it. He's very, very much yelling his little furry balls off. And I'll be honest, I even told Digger, I'm like, sometimes I want to put him down. Like, what's wrong with him? Why is he so yowly? It shouldn't be a thing. He's got all of his needs met. I'll pet him if he needs it. Like, I don't ignore him. I give him treats. He's got water. He's got food. He gets his litter pan cleaned all the time. He's got his own personal fuck dog. Like, I mean, Cat's got 3 floors to run around on. He's living pretty fucking ritzy. So, baked like a pie, was doom scrolling, didn't notice the house had gone silent. Who's baked like a pie? You're baked like a pie? It might have been, yeah, you probably lost the feed. We had to restart the feed because of the KBS issue, which again, I better get my freaking cable today so I can finally set that up and hopefully not have that be a thing. Be done with it forever. To Norris at the adult table. That Rusty Grammar, I love you, but that's not the adult table. I thought we put the kids' table in the garage. Who left the door unlocked? Fair enough. I don't ignore anybody. I just might stop reading certain people's comments, especially. Right. So she found the snake. They let it go. Wait a minute. Oh, told ABC News about an unrelated event. I don't care about the unrelated event. So snakes are breeding and hatching. It doesn't mean it's okay to curl up on a lady's chest. Oh yeah, we already covered you. All right, so I thought none of these are videos anymore. I gotta start looking for these as videos because this is hurting me. All right, that one's a video. That one's a video, so we're gonna do that. There's a video here for this, and then yeah, this is not a thing. So we're gonna make fun of them doing that. All right, so we'll go for this one first. In the battle to conquer North America, I would like to say that the United States has struck a blow where with our sea lions. Our sea lions we've deployed a strategical unit of sea lions to the British Columbian coast, and they're barking so loudly it's pissing off the locals. We go now to the coverage of... God damn it, my head is killing me. Okay.
The Boisterous Boys are back.
They're big, loud, stinky beasts, but they're amazingly agile and they're vocal and they have big personality.
They're big, loud, stinky beasts, but they're amazingly agile. So, so you a fan or you're not a fan? Yes, sir. State licensed edibles. Well, good for you. More power to you. I support that wholeheartedly. We haven't had any hype trains or anything, so I haven't done any crazy burns over here. So I hoped you weren't talking about me because I am not baked out of my mind. I am doing quite fine. Although I do have, like I said, several things left to talk about. I got to keep this show in the air for another hour and 45 minutes, and I am really having trouble staying awake. Just want to take a nap. Just want to lay down, just put my head on a pillow. So, we'll get through it. Either way, we're having fun times. The Rumble chat has been a little more active than usual, so that's fun. And other than the little snafu of the KBS problem, it's been a great day, so hope you're having a good time too. First Alberta, then Greenland, then the world. But more importantly, Matthew Q, we're going to take British Columbia and Alberta via Sea Lions. We have not deployed a single thing to Greenland. They have started deploying troops there. At last count, we're almost up to 20. So they are deploying forces to defend Greenland. And now this is the perfect time to get Canada because they're not looking. And more importantly, you want to get Canada, you got to use a sleeper agent. What better sleeper agent than a big fat sea lion? That's pretty much all they do is bark and sleep.
Any dolphin?
And fuck.
Alex Cole knows everyone around here and wants this pristine place protected.
And ever since I was little, I loved wildlife.
He operates a wildlife sighting Facebook group and knew right when the sea lions arrived.
I see them every day and I hear them every day. I'm lucky to live on the water.
These stellar sea lions are BC born.
Spends almost their entire lives in BC.
They can weigh up to a ton, but don't be fooled by their size.
The stellars
Wait a minute. So you're blaming the loud barking on American sea lions, but those were born in BC. So it's your own problem. Eat, sleep, and fuck sounds like paradise. Scruffy, believe me, if I can sign up for the Sea Lion program, I'd be in like sin. I got 6 different types of wonderful bud. I'd be smoking up in a bit. Yes, Mr. Q, always quick to brag about his bevy of options. God bless you, buddy. I'm smoking less and less weed. I'm getting through more and more time smoking less and less weed, and I'm comfortable with that. I always feel the people are like, oh, marijuana is bad for you and it does this and that and that. Like, yeah, if you're abusive of it. Like, if you understand when you need it versus when you don't, when you're abusing it versus when you're not. Because no offense, if you don't need to smoke the weed, you're technically abusing it. But like, if you could address those things and you could start curtailing those behaviors and focus it towards being medicinal, it's very, very helpful. Managing pain, keeping legs and body limb relaxed. And ironically, I've been having this sleeping issue. You know what I haven't been doing as much? Smoking weed. I've been feeling great. I've been in a happy mood. I haven't felt the need to take a puff unless my legs really don't work. And since I haven't been walking around too much, I haven't had to worry about that either. But I have been doing so little of that I'm getting weak. I've got to start working out. It can't be worse than being Canadian. What? But they are Canadian. That's the part. These are Canadian sea lions. I didn't know that. They've done this before. I don't remember if it was sea lions. It does sound like they've done this before. But why are the sea lions that are born in your hometown getting noisy our fault? Like, how is it our fault that your sea lions won't shut up? That's like someone blaming, that's like me blaming someone else for Alucard. That's like if Alucard's yelling and I blame you guys. Like, hey, you guys, you made him, like, he doesn't even fucking know you're here. He's a retarded cat.
They're very sensitive. And you wouldn't think that the world's biggest sea lion should be afraid of anything. And yet, at times, they seem to be afraid of their own shadows.
These ones are visitors.
And that's the California sea.
Oh, the California sea lions. Is it just me, or are the California sea lions strangely darker?
Lion. When they arrive, it's almost like a biker gang convention. They just arrive out of nowhere. They cause havoc. They're barking and belching.
If you don't enjoy the noise,
it's because of those California sea lions. So you can think
it's not our sea lions, guys. It's not our sea lions. It's those damn California sea lions. I need to sleep. That's what the indica goes for. The sativa is daytime for pain relief. Right, but I don't operate with your plethora of variety on hand. And two, I just don't need it that much. Like, sleeping is relatively okay in and of itself. Pain management during the day depends on the muscles. Like, when they're really tight and cramping a lot, yeah, I need that pain management. It's been so like today, yeah, I need more of the pain management. I get a lot of sleep tonight, wake up tomorrow bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, probably won't need it as much. I think the Canadians said U.S. ships were agitating them, causing them to make noise. Oh, you know what? I'm sure it's totally not the offshore drilling for all your wind farms. But again, it's us. It's our fault, Vancouver. You cunts. No, it's the sea lion's fault. Tell them to shut up.
The Americans here barking.
There's no women here, just barking, bellowing boys.
They need to fatten up.
Oh, it's a whole bunch of dudes cruising for some puss.
In order to go back for the early summer period to start breeding.
Over the years, people have complained to the mayor about all the ruckus.
There are certainly people that call once in a while, but I always encourage them to maybe put in an earplug and enjoy the symphony of the sea.
The symphony of the sea sounds like shit. Like, put in an earplug and enjoy the symphony of the sea. How about you eat a frosty covered dick? Why don't you guys just like sink this shit so they got nowhere to go? And then if they come up on the beaches, club their asses. Like, take your land back. I know, get a pontoon right next to these guys and just blast some like heavy metal. Just give them a taste of their own medicine.
But get used to it.
They're going to become more and more regular because their numbers are increasing.
It's a positive sign.
The Salish Sea is recovering. It's a sign that we're doing things right, and it's up to us to figure out how to continue to do it.
Can we stop doing things right just to end the noise? Can we stop doing things right? Sounds like an Islam morning prayer. No, it just sounds horrible. It's their culture. They're sea lions. I don't think they have culture. He said the Americans are here. You also have old granddad. No, do I? Oh, yeah. I do. I don't like that stuff. I do not like that stuff. I got 16 types of wonderful. Yep, we covered that. I need to sleep. That's what. Oh, we covered that. Alrighty. I do want to get to the porn star running for mayor story, so we should probably finish this up because, yeah, it's. Whew.
Right.
A noisy visitor that's coming back, whether the welcome mat is out or not. Elena Kelly, CBC News, West Vancouver.
All right. West Vancouver. With how big, like, well, I suppose is Vancouver, British Columbia. But I don't know. You know what? I don't know. You know what I know? I know I don't know. Okay. Let's close you out. And then talk about this. So a UK dad has released, like, it's become known online, a UK dad, probably because of social media, of 4 is turning into oh no, don't make that. He has a side hustle that he estimates nets him over $32,000 a year. His side hustle is picking up dog shit. The Derbyshire-based builder said he was inspired to start a business dubbed Pet Poo Pick in March after looking on Instagram at work and seeing how popular dog poo picking was in the U.S. It was really big in America. Well, the dogs are bigger, so they take bigger shits. So we thought we'd give it a whirl and bring it to the East Midlands. We're called The Brit. We've only seen a few people doing it in the UK. So we went on Facebook and posted an advert and left it for a while. Sure enough, his post sparked a crap ton of interest. I hate you. Crap ton of interest. And the professional pooper scooper now has a base of 33 regular customers. I do 15 customers on Wednesday, 20 on Saturday. The newbie who charges $40 for the initial visit and $20 per weekly visit afterward. As a result, the Brit estimates he earns around $2,680 per week, moonlighting as a manure cleaner, which equates to $60 per hour. All right, I'm going to put these pictures up so you can see, like, this is how defeated, like St. Caesar, this is how defeated you guys are. This guy is so happy. In fact, let's close that. We don't need that one. And then where is it? This one. There we go. Open link in new tab. No, not open link. Oh, it is link. I wanted image. So screw you. Bye. Okay, so there we go. So here's our dude. He's making $32,000 a year picking up dog poop. Vancouver is the capital of British Columbia. Thank you, Mr. Q. You should learn about things on your woman's side of the border. That's what going there is for. What does he do with it afterwards? I have no idea, St. Aaron. That's not for me to worry. Wait, if the practices are causing them to show up, it's Canada's fault. Right? It is. It's Canada's fault. If the seals are showing up because of the stuff you guys are doing, then yeah, it's Canada's fault. He kind of looks like Johnny if Johnny was bald. I disagree. That this dude does not look anything like me. That's you wanting to see something. All right, he has a crooked smile. I'll give you the crooked smile. My eyebrows have big spikes. Those aren't there. He's got a way bigger nose than I do. A much longer jaw and more of a jut on his chin. So yeah, I'm gonna press X to doubt all day on that one. Do what I do when my cat yells for attention. Respond with the same sound, says Red Scooper. I've tried, but it's hard to do while you're doing a show. Vancouver, climb a mountain of sea lion shit. Ooh. Does the Pooper Scooper employee sell the poop to Antifa? It is in Britain, so I have no idea. If he doesn't, I know how he can double his money. You should learn about that. Yeah, I drive a skid loader and clean up poo for that. For what? For your dogs? Oh my God, it's the Poopinator. I don't know if I'd call him the Poopinator. Victoria is the capital of British Columbia, not Vancouver, largest city. Ha ha. You tried to school me and you don't know what you're talking about either. I just don't. I don't care what the capital is or anything like that. I really like the lady and things here are not awesome, and the medical care for my stuff is better there, and I'm getting worse. And well, how hard do we want to fight the inevitable end? That's the question. Do we want to sit here and do nothing, or maybe do something? That's what it comes down to. And it's like there's no good choices. There's no good choice. Stay here in a state that I've been fed up with the government for quite some time. My health is declining, and just sit here and let it slowly slide off the edge, or go somewhere where they're better at treating MS and my health might improve. And but then you can't just go do it. It's not like I can just pack up old Rex out there and drive over. Because if that were the case, I'd be moving in 2 months. As soon as the car's paid off, be like, guess what we're doing? But like I said, you can't. You could move to Mexico. Why? St. Caesar, this is again where you're so retarded. For what? I don't do well in heat. It's not like some sort of medical capital of the world, let alone an area that is particularly good at dealing with MS. Why you can move to Mexico. Yeah, I could move to Somalia too. Let's file that under things we're not even considering. Do what you can. Be grateful for what you have. I am grateful for what I have. I'm trying to decide what's more important to have. And what's better for my daughter. Is pursuing health and longevity at the aim of being around to be part of her life longer better for me if it pulls me away from her? Or is it better to stay here and let my health just keep spiraling down slowly? I mean, after the last 2 years, I don't know where the bottom is, but we're heading. So fuck it. We got to pick one. I'm just not sure. I'm grateful that I'm able to do this every day. I've been told by quite a few people that I suck at it. So the fact that I'm still making this work thanks to you guys is amazing. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful I get to see my daughter every day. As soon as I'm done with this show, she's going to come down. I don't know if we're making soap today. Oh, by the way, update on the show. Friday, we're planning to do a show, but if the weather is such that, but if the weather outside is frightful and my kid doesn't go to school, I'm going to watch her. So we'll be doing some fun project. We're supposed to be making soap at some point. We were promised to make soap. I don't know if it's today or Friday, but depending. All right, so let's get back into it. Enough about the stupid crap of my life. Let's cover this. A porn star named Farrara Abraham has announced that she's running for the mayor of Austin, Texas. I don't get into porn really, so if I'm not like not seeing anyone and can't meet a lady single, I'm really not like porn is a last resort. Like for me, porn is like an MRE ration. It's like, look, we need to eat, and this is simply the only way we can get it done. We don't have a better option available, or we'd go to that. Like that's where I'm at with this thing. So I don't know who this lady is. Can we not talk about this? Kind of stings. What sting? Oh, my shit. Like I kind of moved on. Are you talking about the porn star running for? Oh, it's going to be bad out all week. Well, then I'm going to be hanging out with my daughter. A lot of times I appreciate that. No smoking while making soap. Glycerin. First of all, there is a very, very firm, like deodorize, Febreze, open windows, clean rule. There's no smoking around the child. That's just a given. Hence, another one of the reasons I don't smoke as much. Spending more time with the kid. You're going to make soap like Fight Club? No, I think I'm going to make soap like dinosaur shaped. She's got several different little experiment kit things. And so we're going to be doing a couple of those. I also have to look up, I'm probably going to have a couple of lemons later, and I might have to look up some experiments we can do with lemons. Are you making melt and pour, or are you using sodium/potassium hydroxide to make the soap? Historically White, I honestly don't know. I have to ask her mom that, because like her mom's the one that's like, yeah, she's got a bunch of different experiments and kits, and she wanted to make soap. I have antibacterial soap in the pump, and so I'm a pumper. So I pump my soap. I pump it hard. And so I've never had to make soap. I've made candles. I am that gay, but I've never made soap. Lemons or batteries? Right. I figured that's probably what we're going to be doing. Something battery related when we get to the lemons. But the lemons later at the week. Like I said, I think the soap is today. I don't know. I'll find out. I won't know until I finish the show. I got to do this for another hour and a half before I learn the fate of the soap project. I'll clue you in tomorrow. Baby seals have the best blubber for soap, says Jason Puck. Really? Does it have to be baby seals? Because why is the blubber better on the baby seals? Do the adult seals not have enough blubber? I feel like you'd get more blubber to seal in the ratios than if you went with baby seal. But I'll say this, like if you're going to kill the baby seal for the blubber, then you might as well turn them into slippers, right? Just soft, adorable bastard. Just make them shoes. I've only been disappointed in government for 42 years. I'm sure they'll turn it around. I haven't been disappointed in government for 42 years. I was ignorant and completely oblivious for like the first 20. So I had that going for me. Potato battery is fun for kids and cheap and easy. Well, I've got a couple of options. I'm going grocery shopping later in the week. And like I said, we're going to have to do some experiments. Kid loves doing experiments and stuff. I'm raising a scientist, which isn't surprising because I like science stuff. Her mom likes science stuff. Her mom's more of a literary intellect. She can read like her mom, even though she doesn't realize it. So she's getting there, though. You are a guy, Johnny. At least you look like one. You must prepare for antifungal. You mean in the soap making? I'm making antifungal soap? I hope not. And of course, penguins taste like chicken. I bet they do. I bet penguins taste amazing. And I say that because I've never had one. So, you know. I don't know, like, this is one of the weird... I kind of want to eat an ostrich egg, if that's fucked up. I kind of want to eat ostrich eggs. Is she obsessed with slime? Like my... she does like playing with slime. But in her defense, I bought her a book that has a whole bunch of experiments, like some lemon experiments, some potato battery stuff. And the first part of it, it came with packets to make green and make blue slime. So she's made slimes, like, and had slime. She loves playing with like snow and eating snow, and she loves playing with slime. But she really, really likes like astronomy stuff. Like she likes stars and shit. I need to see if I can start getting her to watch some of those like space planet like documentary things, because she enjoyed the cartoon stuff, like the 3D HD shit. That'll blow your mind, kiddo. I got some BBC things we can... They have a lot of good stuff for animals and planets. Sorry. One day the government will get things right. Oh, I don't believe so. Won't be in our lifetime, but younger generations will learn what disappointment is. I feel like the closest we could get is younger generations are going to burn it all down, and it seems like that's getting closer and closer. My last Hail Mary of hope that I threw was hoping that Donald Trump was a non-military industrial complex, like non-establishment choice, and that he was actually, since there was no risk for re-election, whatever, was like going to do the stuff he said, and all we got is half truths out of that, not a lot of not. And now the ICE thing is unfolding the way it is in my state. I'm like, even I want the immigrants gone, but I didn't want this shit show too. But what are you going to do, man? You ask for one, you get the other. You're responsible for both. Here we go for our, again, fuck, I don't even remember, what's her name? I got to minimize the video to look again. Her name, Farrara Abraham. Running for, was it mayor? I believe it. Mayor of Austin, Texas. Farrara Abraham running for mayor of Austin, Texas. I'm wondering if any of you know what the issue with announcing that right now would be, but let me know if you do. Soap is fun. So many bubbles. Like, yeah, afterwards, and don't get me wrong, my kid loves playing with the soap and making bubbles in the sink and stuff. Kid loves bubbles in general. Summertime is bubble time. That's when it's time to get the bubble wands out. We're making bubbles. We're making bubbles every summer. Summertime is bubble time. I have a chemical burn from sodium hydroxide. Lie. You're gonna need rubber gloves. Eye protect. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely not it. This is like a scientific discovery kids kit thing historically. Why I'm pretty sure we're not gonna need rubber gloves. I don't think we're gonna let her work with lye, but I appreciate that. I certainly hope not. Certainly hope not. Race doesn't happen for 2 years. She's too early. Thank you, Santaran. She is way ahead of herself. But don't worry, the guys at TMZ will clue her into that.
Why she's declared right now, but joining us now is the candidate herself to talk about her platform. Farrah Abraham, welcome back to TMZ Live. How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you.
All right, I'm sorry. AI and like Photoshop camera things. I'm trying so hard to figure out if this outfit is real. It looks real. It's rumpled back here like it should be. Like she sat down and it went up just a little bit. And she's got all that. But, and I'm sorry. You sound, I'm not a constituent of your, of your voters, but, I got a couple of complaints. First of all, you sound way too much like a Valley girl. That's a problem. It's like, I don't want to vote for someone who's like, yes, I want to be your mayor. Yes. Like, oh my God, can we get some better lighting? Yes. Sanitation workers need to earn a living wage. Yas, queen. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that lady. Austin, Texas is worse than Minneapolis. Yeah, so she'll probably win, Matthew Q. But my point is, you shouldn't vote for this lady. Can you speak louder? It sounds like you got a cock in your mouth. Oh, believe me, there's one in my mouth and one in the... Oh, God. No, don't clip that. But yeah, so that and the fingernails. This is I hate these things. Like, these stupid, super long French tip. Like, I don't trust that you can do human hygiene things properly because of your claws, Wolverine. So let's just say I'm grossed out.
You guys, I'm super excited to be a candidate for mayor of Austin. I'm running super early, so I can't wait to see who's going to run with me and challenge me.
So sometimes people say the less you know, the more you like. You are now giving them many years to make a decision.
We should say
because the election's not until 2028. Why so early?
Oh, for some reason, the mayor election is 2026. I don't know. That's just what the office told me as well.
Well, we should get some clarity here.
Are you okay?
They told you it was 2026. I'm going to go with you didn't check and you just assumed. You just assumed it was 2026. And so you're like, you just assumed like, oh, it's happening next year. So I'm going to snag that. I hate this guy and like that. Like, dang, how did plastic surgery get worse since the 1980s? Cheap ass lip filler would be my guess. Cheap ass lip filler because it helps give those big, beautiful blowjob shots. It's a horrible thing. Lady was a beautiful lady, I'm sure. Here's the other thing. Like, I'm a man and I'm voting for this whore because I know she loves men. I've seen her love at least 70 of them in one sitting.
Okay, so am I running for district? So district will be, which is federal. I'm running local right now. So local is a little bit different than federal. I did say my hope after running for local is for a local district, which is in 2028. So I do have hopes for running for district, but for right now, I'm going to stay in a nonpartisan category, which is mayor.
Okay, I want to make sure we can get it.
Deep throating has damaged her brainstem. I mean, if anything could. It was just always that weak and wimp-willed from the beginning. Oh, you're totally paying people to wipe your butt. Oh. Let me just be clear. Like, I'm very, very grateful that of all the difficulties I have, I can at least still handle those issues myself. I'd hate to have to ask somebody else to intervene on behalf of my feces. That's why they act like that. If you're being paid to wipe someone else's butt, you have a moral obligation to let them know how much it stinks. Because all of the people that apparently pay other people to wipe their butt don't realize that their shit stinks. And they need to know. Like, damn, girl, did you get heavy into the asparagus? This shit stinks.
Some clarity here.
I'm just going to be running for mayor, which is 2026. You also have Spencer Pratt, who's going to be running for mayor for Los Angeles.
That election actually is this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
yeah. So I don't believe mayors are on a different
I know it's different in every
I just
city.
know what so I just know what my city has told me.
Please call the City Hall in Austin, Texas.
TMZ is now stopping everything they're doing to call the City Hall in Austin, Texas, and find out when she's supposed to be running for an election because she says they told her it was in 2026. Now, if she was misinformed, it's a little bit less of a thing, and I'm being a bit of a dick. But I feel like if you're Zoom calling TMZ from your car in what looks to be a female pimp outfit, like you really didn't plan this out very much. You kind of did it spur of the moment. It doesn't feel thought out. It feels very like you could have used your home and a laptop. And again, like I don't know if a lot of people know this, the big bastion of breaking candidate announcements. TMZ isn't one of them. So weird choice, man.
And find out when the election for mayor is in Austin. Maybe call the mayor's office. So Farah, we just got this in our ear. The election's in 2028. So, there was a 2-year term with a vacancy in 2022, but now it's aligned with the presidential election. So it is 2028. So I think you may have jumped the gun here.
I love that I jumped the gun.
You won't, because now if they needed anything other than the fact that you're a porn star for dirt, they've got time to find it. Wow, Sony's TV business is being taken over by TCL, The Verge. All right, I'll look at that. I bet she doesn't need glasses because she played for LASIK surgery 6 months ago. How do you know? How do you know she paid for LASIK surgery 6 months ago? That is a really, really weird fact to have about that lady just on hand, Mr. Q. Even if you were a fan of her work, how did you just have that one floating up in the rafters when she pumped herself a little collagen lip filler? I don't think LASIK surgeons would have collagen lip filler. I'm really confused. I feel like you're working out some demons here, buddy. Let's watch her cover from this.
I love if I jumped the gun. But yeah, so I think, I don't know, there's also a lot going on locally. So if someone also misinterpreted that and told me different, that's okay too.
I'd have respect for if she's like, well, then what is available in 2026? Look, I'm flexible. I'll fill any vacancy. Just sit there and go, I'm all right with it. We're just gonna go, hey, why don't you slide me into the I don't know. So this is where it helps to know like different like city hall jobs and stuff. I'm trying to think of one. I've got zilch anal jokes, says St. Aaron. Thank you so much. I'm just going to stop doing that for a while. Okay, so Sony's TV business is being taken over by TCL. The two companies are planning to form a new joint venture that will carry the Sony and Bravia branding. Sony has announced plans to spin off its TV hardware business, shifting it to a new joint venture with TCL. The two companies have signed a non-binding agreement for Sony Home Entertainment's businesses, with TCL set to hold 51% stake in the new venture and Sony holding 49%. With this partnership, TLC is elevating itself into the premium television landscape after innovating with technology over the last few years. So now it's just they're all that. Sony's dropped a lot of stuff. They lost their TVs. Now they're what is it? They're gonna be losing all their Marvel people eventually. What's that whistling sound? Fire, can you please sit down? Yep, that fixed it. Oh, I get it. Nikki tells me things. That's a lot of work. Almost as bad as Bonnie Blue. I didn't know. I did not know that. Let's close TMZ's thing. Oh, do I care about the ice agitator? I guess we'll report on this because I do have an opinion about this. Wait, Pete Hegseth's church? Pete Hegseth is from Minnesota? All right. Oh, never mind. He did that at Pete Hegseth's church in general. So the anti-ICE immigrant who stormed Minnesota church service also harassed congregants at Pete Hegseth's church. So he goes to political leaders and he harasses them at church. I just feel like that's a dick move. But I feel like Like a benevolent God would strike that dude down with lightning. One of the anti-ICE immigrants who stormed into the Twin Cities Church Sunday has also been accused of harassing congregants at the Secretary of War Pete Hegseth Church in Washington, D.C. Yeah, but it's the Church of War. So anti-ICE agitators stormed the church this Saturday. Yeah. William Kelly is a regular outside our church. He screams incredibly vile and gross things at families, children, and people. He's called my wife a cunt, a whore, and a Nazi breeder. All sorts of fun things. The Christchurch member told Fox News. So he called your wife a cunt. Look, and whoever that anonymous church member, if somebody's calling your wife a cunt regularly, I'd punch him. But that's me. Just because you're picking a fight on the way, but I suppose you're on the way to church. I don't think, would God look, I'm not religious. Would God look up or down on the, I punched a guy because he called my wife a cunt on the way to church? Is that a good or a bad? Should I turn the other cheek or should I hit him in the cheek? I'm curious. St. Aaron, when you protest at church, you are violating people's right to freedom of religion. That is very true, St. Aaron. That is very true. Speaking of anti-ICE, there's a salt shortage in my city. Can't find any road salt. And quite frankly, I'm concerned. It's so slippery out there. Really? Oh, man. That would scare me, too. I fortunately don't go out much. Or unfortunately, if you're me, I want to go out more, which is why I got to get to it better. I don't know. I need to move to a nice tropical region. Remember when Johnny called Digger a cunt and lived to tell about it? Hey, Al. I don't. I love Digger. I don't recall when that happened. It could have happened, but if I did it, honestly, I would say it was in jest. Because I'm trying to think of... Later, buddy. Trying to think of how that would work. So, all right. So he's a member. So he just likes attacking churches. The anonymous member said Kelly's identity was well known among congregants after 6 months of social media sleuthing. Church members say the man was arrested he was in December in a caught-on-camera ordeal that showed him berating a man as a Nazi and asking who he voted for. The woke farmer said the Secret Service is, quote, moving forward with disorderly conduct charges against him in a recent video. The Secret Service did not immediately respond to a request for content. Look, I have zero disorderly conduct. You're doing this shit. You're so fucking annoying. Even if I support what you support, I don't like you. So I support you getting FAFO'd, if for lack of a better term. Member of the church told where Hegseth 10 said they want worship and peace and believe that the vulgar shouting is extremely inappropriate. It is. It is. But... Oh, is this just, that's more of the video. The Christchurch member said the Metro PD has done a good job keeping congregants physically safe, but unable to prosecute Kelly. We've had regular protests at our DC services. All right, so now this is more about them protesting that. I wanted to know, supposedly Pam Bondi said she's going to arrest him, and he's like, go for it. Go for it, bitch. So best of luck to them. We all remember, says Los Federales. Good to know. I forget constantly. Potato battery is fun for kids. She does how to... They all act like... Did I miss a... I did. Why didn't it update that? When you protest at a church, you're violating people's rights. Tell them you can't vote for who you want to vote for. To them. Oh, to them, not tell them. Yep. For me, it's just, like I said, with all this ICE stuff and this don't let the government make decisions for you. Yeah, I screamed the same shit about COVID, and I was right. So, fuck off. I don't care about this. I'm supposed to follow the rules. If you're here illegally, you're not following the rules. I don't want perfectly decent people who aren't doing anything to anybody uprooted from homes if they've been in them for a while, especially if they've been paying into taxes and not taking out, like all that kind of stuff. But if you're telling me you're arresting people that came here illegally and they've been committing crimes, yeah, I have zero problem with that. And that's what they're saying. So, I mean, at a certain point, I'm calling them a liar. I need some sort of evidence. I wonder if I can use my boring company. This is not a flamethrower. Flamethrower to melt ice. Oh! I mean, you could. We saw a dude melt his driveway with a flamethrower. Bondi isn't going to do shit. Yeah, no, she's talking tough. She's talking tough. She's not going to do jack to him. And I'd like her to, just because of the way the guy behaved. Not because of his protesting, just the attitude of, I have the right to come in and scream in your faces like that. It does something. It does something to me. Like, it's one of those things where it doesn't matter what he's screaming. The way he's behaving would make me want to restrain him. It just be like, no, I don't want you running around. You're a problem. Learn to behave like an adult. But that's me. All right. 12 tech workers keeping 25. All right, so there's 2 balloons apiece. I seriously, I feel like we should, if we want to talk about people defrauding people, David Rush needs to be brought up on charges for defrauding people with these Guinness World Record things. It's gotten to the point now where he's looping in. Oh, fuck. First, let's take your volume down a notch. First, he's doing these things to just get this money out of the program. I don't know how much they're paying for titles or how thirsty he is to sell them, but he's doing more and more. Now he's roped in 12 people bouncing balloons. This is why the aliens never landed on 3i Atlas. I just want to be clear. As they were going by, they saw that this is what we do. And they're like, you know what? No matter what's on that planet, it's not worth putting up with that in any way, shape, or form.
Group records are some.
All right, fuck, I hate you. I'm not doing this. Now I'm definitely not doing it. Group records are some of the hardest things to do. Right, and you do nothing but hunt down records. Like, I'll say this, it is the most amazing career I've seen a failed juggler ever do. I don't think I put it on the screen, and you're lucky I didn't. Did you play the Danish lawmaker saying off to Trump? Rostog's broken spirit? No, I did not. I'll see if I can find that. Let's see if we can find that. And I don't... Like in a meeting, or is he just saying it as a statement? Because I really don't care other than that, but Danish lawmaker. Danish lawmaker tells Trump to fuck off.
Let me...
Alrighty.
In words you might understand. Mr. President, off. Det var næsten sådan ordene lød, da jeg...
A year ago, that's what I said when I was here. I said very clearly that if Trump...
It's against our rules. As much as you might feel, or the room might feel in this, we have clear rules about cuss words, language.
Oh, fuck off. He doesn't want to give up Greenland. And I will be honest, they aren't doing anything with it, so I understand the reason why people might want it. The part that I love is that Greenland doesn't get to be its own country. It has to be part of Denmark. Like, who approved Denmark? What did you guys do to deserve Greenland other than take it? So I'm not saying you should lose it. I'm just saying you have as much claim to it as we do, and you guys are trying to pull that join California shit. Bonnie's, I want as many Latin Americans as possible legally non-criminal. they are the most respectful, hardworking people I ever dealt with. I have zero problem with most of the Latin Americans I've ever met, so I would agree to that. I haven't known any that are of the criminal variety. Here's where I can't jump up unless I were to personally know the people that ICE are going after. I can't jump up because I'm too afraid I'd be vouching for somebody who is like a horrible criminal and has done horrible shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm protecting a child molester. Like, that's not a good look. So I don't want to do that. That's why I don't bother. I know I'm good. I avoid the protests and everything else. Should be fine. They haven't gotten to the rounding up the crippled people yet stage. Don't worry. We'll know when it happens. When they start retracting all the ramps so our mobility options are limited. Let me retort. Bomb, 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 bomb. They will give it to China to own Trump. Dude, China just... Carney in Canada just gave a crap ton of rights to like handle resources and stuff to China. So China's getting Canada already. So, I mean, if we're going to ramp up for World War III, we got to start with the resource grab first, right? So we're going to have to take Greenland. China's already getting their hands on Canada. I'm guessing the war is going to take place when China starts squiffing over that border into Alaska for some of them resources. And we go f yourself, Ching Chong Wong. And then that's when the bombs start flying. And that's, from what I understand, the beginning of the Fallout game. Anyhow, no one cares about Denmark. Well, I mean, I don't know that I care about Denmark, but I do find it really funny that in response to Trump's claims of taking Greenland, he's like, "Let me put it in terms you will understand, Mr. President." Cool. And I'm for it. I'm for it. One more time. One more time.
Det var næsten sådan.
Oh, I really just got right to the end of it.
In words you might understand. Mr. President, off.
I love it. He said it, dude, that was the most respectful. I hate that these guys can't handle a little harsh language. You're expected to be able to lead the world, but you can't take a cuss word every once in a while. You can't demonstrate the intellectual capability to understand when such words are warranted, when such actions are allowed versus when they are inexplicable or obtuse. Like, you can't figure that out. I'm an idiot, and I figured that out. This was a very, very justified fuck off. First of all, delivered politely. Just relax. The Chinese have been in Canada for years. Oh, they've been in Canada for years, Scruffy. But the current Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, the current Prime Minister of Canada literally signed laws into effect giving them rights to to resources and to processing those resources.
Det var næsten sådan ordene lød.
Oh, that's right. We don't have anything else to get to from that. So yeah, they've been there for years. Now it's legal. After that, we have our polar defense in Canada. It's about 13 polar bears, 6 seals, and 2 walruses. Canada will not be impregnated. I don't know. How many polar bears you got left? I worry that it's not enough. I worry only that it's not enough. All right, so that's our second hour story. Sweet. We have an hour left in the show. I'm running out of gas. I got 6 things for another hour. If I can get another hour. That David Rush guy, though. I want, I think, the greatest, goof on a guy you could do of all time is just have somebody approach this guy and like, no, the world's coming apart. We need you to solve this James Bond-like problem because, you're the guy that figures out how to win new world records all the time for the stupidest shit. How many jelly beans can you eat with a spoon in 30 minutes? What is that ever going to be good for? Who cares? All Carney is doing is priming Canada to become an American territory. I mean, if you mean by opening it up to China blatantly, so we're tempted to take it? Oh, yeah, totally. If you mean by like the way he's already driven Alberta to go into signing, I don't know if they're like, if it's a thing of secession, but they're like disconnecting from the government in a way and like establishing their own sovereignty with Canada. So, yeah, he's certainly helping. We are the entire defense. Without us, they're nothing. The bears are equipped with maple syrup. It slows down stuff. I don't know. Maybe I've had too much. That's so funny to me. The bears are equipped with maple syrup. It slows down stuff. Tends to be a little sticky, but if you lick it, oh boy, is it sweet. Oh, Al Gore is there to protect the polar bear. Oh, thanks Superman, but Al Gore. Guys, I've got to save the polar bears. I'm super cereal. Why won't anyone listen to me? I'm just trying to save the polar bears. First Greenland, then Canada. I suppose if we have Greenland first, then we can kind of pincer attack Canada. Because, I mean, where do you go from there? If we've got Greenland and we already have Alaska, it's not even a pincer attack. It's a three-way. It's a menage a trois of pain. If he's going to let our enemies on our northern border, yeah, we're just going to take it, says Scruffy. I mean, like I said, I agreed with you. That is the fastest way to get us to that destination. I'm sorry. I'm still enjoying Los Federales' comment. The bears are equipped with maple syrup. It slows things down. There's something about it that's so like old school, like Naked Gun, airplane. The bears are equipped with maple syrup. It slows things down. Nope. All right. Okay. Really grateful for that one. Thank you. Let's grab our third hour stuff. We did have something to talk about with Denmark, actually. Oh, yeah. Denmark's starting a petition to buy California. And if it wasn't for the port of L.A., I'd be like, dude, take it. The movie industry will move out of there anyway. But by all means. But that's really weird. Because it's not like we're buying land in the middle of your country. We're buying an island you stole a while ago. So before we do that, we have a somewhat sadder story, but we'll get to this. A 70-year-old woman was at Revenge of the Mummy ride. This can't be in where I was told it was in. Florida. Oh, it's in Florida. That makes sense. I misread it before. All right, so in Florida, Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios Florida. I didn't know that was still going. So the weird part is like I found this story because a lady died at this ride, and I thought the theme park was already dead.
Here's a look at some of the stories that are trending online. Florida officials say an elderly woman died in November after riding the Revenge of the Mummy ride at the Universal Orlando.
Wait, why is it trending now if she died in November? Nobody noticed? Did she just blend in with the exhibit? So I don't get it. So the poor lady passed in November. May she rest. So again, is this her? Is this who is she? Are we looking at her now?
Theme park. A new report says the 70-year-old became unresponsive after the ride. She later died at the hospital. The report did not identify the woman nor reveal the official cause of death.
Why is the story trending?
Evidence gets on the table.
No, I don't. Don't jump me to another story. Why is the story trending? 70-year-old became unresponsive. The woman later died at the hospital. Did not identify the woman. Miss Rosas went to the park to enjoy a time with her children and her grandchildren. Yeah, but most people don't just die on a ride. It's a little weird. The family is seeking answers and full transparency regarding the circumstances surrounding the woman's death, including information related to the ride's operations, safety protocols, maintenance history, and any available incident data. Yeah, because that's weird. And the way that it just kind of drifted up now is weird. It's been a couple months. No thanks. So what do we have this? Oh yeah, we have this story to get to. This one's up. Whoa, hold on. Do I gotta refresh it to let you? Okay. So nearly a third of Canadians believe the U.S. may try to invade Canada, according to a poll. All right, so that video isn't related to the poll. Universal Theme Park is doing better than Disney nowadays because it's cheaper and people can actually afford it. Well, I suppose, but here's what I heard was really, really bad with Universal back in the day, just like in general. Like I heard like lines and line time at Universal was always kind of a bitch. Matthew Q saying because the lawsuit's finally done. Well, that would explain why we're hearing about it now, I suppose. That would explain it. I'm fucking worried I'm going to pass out. There really should be age restrictions on rides at this point. Yeah, your ticker needs to be in good enough shape, but I'm still curious how did Granny, like, dude, how did a 70-year-old lady die on a ride? It doesn't just happen. I was hoping there was something to do with the ride. Like I said, when they told me she died in November, we didn't hear it, and I was like, what, nobody noticed? Who's that? Is that part of the thing? No, it's just somebody's grandma. Shouldn't we get her down? Nah. Everybody thinks it's part of the thing. She came in just mummified enough to just wrinkly enough. It just blended right in. Isn't the Nintendo theme park at Universal? I thought the Nintendo theme park was in, like, Japan. That is one I would love to do. The Nintendo theme park where you get to wear the goggles and be in a Mario Kart game. That's kind of cool. Although, I would settle just for my daughter letting me play Mario Kart with her. It hurts me so much that she won't play Mario Kart with me. That's what I should do this weekend. I'm going to be like, nope. Here's what we're doing this weekend. We're charging the handles. We're making sure we got 2 controllers. We're Mario Karting like nobody's business. There's one in the U.S. now as well. Well, then I need to save up money for a road trip. My daughter has been, like, raised on Mario. Like, we sang the Mario theme to her in the womb. She came out, she had a Goomba as one of her first stuffy pets. So I've got pictures of her wearing a Mario cap. She loves the game, the themes, all the stuff. She likes Mario Party, but yeah, you know, she's a kid. Anyways, let's skip over this. Let's get to what? No, you're God. Danish petition. Are these none of these videos? The 5-pound cannoli thing. That's it. That's all we have for videos. Everything else is not a video. Well, fuck me. 45 minutes. I got to read all these stories? That sucks. That's going to blow. All righty. Time to subscribe. No, I don't want to subscribe. If you won't let me do this, I won't. I have to look up. There's probably another way to find this then. Jim Beam is supposedly halting production at one of their facilities. Let's Jim Beam halting production. Jim Beam is pausing distillation. Let's go to videos. That's what I'm looking for. I knew I could find it if I looked for it. Bam. Baby, here it is. This is the saddest news I've heard today.
Overseas sales are down. They've got plenty of whiskey. They just need to shut down for a year.
A Louisville bourbon historian there reacting to the latest announcement that a major bourbon maker is halting production at its main distillery. Michael Veach says overproduction, low overseas sales, and tariffs are at play. A Jim Beam spokesperson says it's pausing all bourbon distilling at the main campus for 2026.
So I can still get my Red Stag. I can still get my Jim Beam Red Stag. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That's the other thing. If I go to Canada, Digger, if I go to Canada, I've got booze that I need. Like, I'm not saying you don't have good booze there, but I need my Red Stag Black Cherry. Like, just good stuff. All right, maybe we can get it. They certainly have extra, but then I got to pay more for it. I have to sell my body? This is getting excessive. And this lady looks like she just escaped from that Universal Studios Mummy ride. So we might as well press play on this one.
WHAS 11's Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Jessica Farley with the story.
Yeah, they've got enough whiskey in the warehouses now. They just don't need the production.
So you're saying you can part with some? Because I could use it.
Bourbon mainstay Jim Beam is halting production at its main distillery for the 2026 calendar year.
Well, it makes sense.
Bourbon historian Michael Veach of Louisville says the news doesn't come as a surprise.
Matter of fact, I'm surprised there's
Mr. Q saying first Crown Royal, now Jim Beam. Dang, more depressed people need to start drinking. I didn't realize buying my that's like spooky. I didn't realize buying my my bourbon was keeping a business afloat. I took a break for financial reasons. I'll go get a bottle of Red Stag like this weekend.
Not more of them that are pausing production.
Saying they have plenty of whiskey to sell, but there's external factors at play.
Trump's tariffs and the trade war and the fact that bourbon is not selling as well overseas.
Jim Beam says the main campus will keep bottling and warehousing, and 2 satellite campuses will continue to distill. Employees are unionized under United Food and Commercial Workers. A local 111D spokesperson said the distillery employees are being reassigned within the company, and as of now, there are no layoffs.
As far as visitor experience, it's the horse that we ride.
Troy Beam with Bullitt County Tourism says the change won't impact the visitor experience.
They've got so many other things to show and to be creative with cocktails and tastings, and you got the kitchen table restaurant that none of that stuff is going to be bothered.
For the Kentucky bourbon industry at large, the new year will bring changes to how much distilleries are paying the state. Companies like Jim Beam will...
I don't think so. I still have some left. I don't like that stuff. So if I drink it, I have to have something to dilute it with. I won't do it straight, and it sucks. And so yeah, it's still kicking around.
Begin to see a reprieve from the barrel tax starting in 2026. It's a tax on aging barrels, like the ones in this rick house.
It's something that no other state does, and it's kind of unfair.
The Kentucky Distillers Association says this year distilleries are fronting $75 million in the barrel tax, but next year there will be a 4% reduction. It's the start to a 20-year phase-out plan.
That's good news. It is a small amount. 4% of 16 million is still.
I'm sorry, I can't. They were showing the bourbon. Now I'm just thirsty. Now I want to go get me a bourbon. God damn. Jim Beam Red Stag. I gotta get me some of that before it's gone. Let's catch up with the chat here. Fuck, I don't want the U.S. government to make death clauses. Was it the U.S. government or the Chinese? Because in Fallout, we saw them in Alaska on the frontier. I still haven't seen the newest episode of Fallout. The last time I watched it, I was watching it with my lady, and she fell asleep, so we had to watch it again. So I want to make sure that we're both well awake when we watch it. But I got to check that out. Who made the death clause? I don't know enough about that stuff. Sure, there's a few bad apples in cartel members, but are we going to target whites too? What are we for? What are we targeting them for? It took a few months for the family to file a lawsuit. Yep, thank you very much. I agree with you, and thank you for that info. Just drink the old granddad. I don't want to drink the old granddad. There's also micro distilleries popping up everywhere. Yeah, historically white's right. It's not even just that the bourbon market is down. You've got these weird micro breweries and people that make small batch whatever and serious stuff, and from beer to bourbon to vodka and everything in between. A lot of them in this area. I've been to 4 or 5 of them. I've done comedy at one, and it just is not. It's not my thing. I don't like beer. A lot of like the micro brewery places. I mean, if you make a good bourbon, okay, but I'm just not itching for it. It's not a thing. I like going out to have an experience. The drink is wholly secondary. When the experience is where you're going to get the drink, this feels like more work than we need. I just want to get, like, I'm weird that way. I just want to get fucked up. All right, just let me do it. Let me have a bunch and feel fuzzy, and then we'll call it a day. Sounds good. Fallout New Vegas is getting a remaster. Yeah, I could care. Real ales are good, Johnny. You have to find the right one. I've made beer, and I've had every variety of beer I can think of. I've had Guinness. I've had this. I've had that. I like beers that people say suck. Like, I liked Rolling Rock. I thought Rolling Rock was an okay beer. Nope, that sucks. So, fuck me, I guess. I don't know. You know what I am? I'm a Zima man. That's what I am. I'm here for the Zimas. I'm only here for the Zimas. Bourbon isn't that popular for the younger generation. I'll say this, for a lot of the bourbons I've had, like, there's a bitter and there's a burn to it. And, like, when I drink, say, Jameson, like, whiskey, like, that, again, has a burn to it. But people are like, oh, your whiskey isn't sweet enough. I'm like, that's not sweet. It's not pleasant necessarily just by itself to drink, but you put it the right way. It's great with a lot of stuff. Like, for example, you add a little bit of orange zest or orange juice to it, apparently, and oh my God, is it amazing. Jameson orange will make me punch my mom. Johnny's and Appletini, man. No, not Appletini. But, dude, I'm not lying. I love Zima. Like, I loved Zima. Zima was a thing, and then it went away. Does nobody... I started drinking when I shouldn't have been. Zimas. That's where it started with me, was with Zimas. I got in under Zima. That's the stuff. Jameson is smooth by itself. I don't... Then it's a me thing. Something about my palate. It's got like a bite to it in my tongue and in my throat that I don't enjoy. And that's why I like it in a couple of different ways. I will say, by itself, without adding it to anything, Jameson Orange has been my calling. Like, that's the one that I can drink all by itself. Like, all I need is an ice cube, and we can enjoy Jameson Orange. I can drink Jameson. I don't hate it. It doesn't, like, people say, this one's smooth, and I'm like, I always want to cough after I have it. That doesn't feel smooth to me. But, you know, it's what it is. And like I said, maybe it's a me thing. Have you ever, you have never tried Steel Reserve? That will make you never drink anything ever again. Well, then that's a problem. And then there's the thing like that. I don't drink, I can drink Johnny Walker pretty easy with just an ice cube. And I can drink, Jim Beam, Red Stag with just an ice cube. Jim Beam Red Stag with just an ice cube. That's all you need. You need a big glass and a small ice cube. I used to buy the Jameson Stout. It's pretty damn good. Never had the Jameson Stout. I've drank quite a few different other things. I used to drink when I was young, because I was one of those stupid fucking nerds that drank crazy shit. I used to drink Aftershock cinnamon liqueur. Aftershock. I have a bottle around here somewhere. It's got an ice crystal in it, or not ice crystal. It's got a sugar crystal in it that tastes of cinnamon, and the crystals in the Aftershock, I think, were supposedly supposed to make it more potent. I don't know that, but I have that. I still have that bottle, the original Aftershock. Jim Beam Red Stag sucks. Well, you can kiss my grits. Jim Beam Black is good. Johnny Walker Blue sucks. Steel Reserve isn't that bad. Everyone's got their opinions. Like I said, maybe it's a my palate thing. That's why it's weird to me. Because I certainly say I go against it because I work somewhere that sells Red Stag because the place is called the Red Stag and it's terrible. I can't agree with you at all. Like Red Stag Black Cherry or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, I'd have to go look. I don't Steel Reserve. It's my beer. Oh. I just don't like beer. I don't mind mead. I don't like beer. I like wine. If it's paired the right way, especially, like with a steak, it can't go wrong there. So, but either way, yeah, their distillery's closing down production for a bit. So that's gonna change things for a touch. Let's stop this and let's just redo the whole thing. All right. So we've been talking about the Greenland thing. Oh dear Lord. Oh, Angie Craig, of course. We must impeach Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem has nothing to do with ice in Minnesota. Oh my God, are you putting this ad on again? You dicks. All right, screw it. I'm ditching your story. The Danish are petitioning to buy California. It was going to be a funny thing to talk about, but I can't, whatever. Steel Reserve is harsh. They used to sell big cans of it for 99 cents. Yeah, I don't know that I like Steel Reserve. Try a Berliner Weiss or something classic, not Budweiser. I've had Bud, and I don't know that I care about Budweiser. I've never, like, beer is always kind of got a weird, I guess, like the hoppy, like sour flavor to it. I've had a couple, like I had what was it? There was a blueberry shandy that I had. I don't remember by who. That was actually pretty effing foxy. Like I could swing with that, but I don't know about a lot. I love wine, says Matthew Q. I like a lot of wines, like particularly paired with steak. But just in general, like you can have a good time with wine. It's really hard to go too hard into the wine because you have to drink so much of it. And I like Vienna lagers, says Abel Graham. Well, Steel Reserve is for degenerates, Budweiser too. I've never ever said that I wasn't. Just so we're clear, I'm not saying I am, but I'm also not saying I'm not. I'm wholeheartedly at least first, if not second generation white trash. And so I might entirely be a horrible degenerate. I don't like most beer, so I'm weird. If you like shandy, then try Berliner Weiss. All right. It's good to know. It's good to know. It's soured from lactic acid. See, that's the thing. I'm not a sour guy. Soured makes like I just I'm not a sour dude. All right, let's see if we let's go kick around a couple of rocks and see what new stuff we might have to find. Ooh, you know what we could look for? Oh, whoa. We've got a flying speeder bike. Yeah, I'll check that out. Oh, that's from 5 months ago. This thing can't be real. Sheep detectives. That I trust the source, so that can't be. All right, so I've got I got 3 videos that we're gonna load up, and if we get through these, then we're just gonna maybe just call it a day. Third of Canada, Canadians believe the U.S. may invade, and according to a poll, cool. I have a story about dudes eating a cannoli. I don't fucking care. Let's close that. Open a new tab. We'll grab these, and then we'll end with this because we always try to do animal stuff. That sounds like a plan, man. First of all, this. Apparently, they've made the speeder bike from Star Wars as a real thing. So prepare to have your minds blown. Steel Reserve is... Oh, wait, let's catch up with you guys. Yellow grits are not as sweet as white grits. I don't know what the grits have to do with it. Do the grits affect the beer? How about an old Milwaukee and a dip of Copenhagen? I'm not... Dude, I got away from chewing, and I was never into it for the flavor. The taste of tobacco is gross to me. I switched to smoking just to stop the chewing, and then I stopped the smoking. And I smoke weed still, so I've kind of always just scapegoated to a new vice, and I'm just going to stay parked on this one. I feel like that's probably the way to go. I don't want to smoke. Smoking cigarettes taste nasty to me. Nicotine buzzes are horrible. If I'm smoking a cigarette, some serious shit has gone down. And oh dear Lord. Or the most amazing sex I've ever had. I think Digger's keeping a pack of smokes on hand just in case. But yeah, so case of Old English 40s went from less to $20. Now it's less than $25. That's called inflation, and it's still Old English. Oh, dude, I've had Old English. Oh, man, I've had Old English. That stuff sucks. I've had E&J. I've drank some dirt shit. You know what's not bad at all? Cognac. Cognac is amazing. I like cognac. I've gone through it. I've had a quite a few times. Oof. I enjoy cognac. Didn't know I'd like that. I thought I was too white. But anyways, all right, so back over to hover bikes. I didn't know. I know we've been slowly experimenting with making the drones big enough for us to ride as cars. I didn't know we have the Star Wars speeder bikes, but apparently we do. Let's check this out. All right, this can't be real. What the heck is this thing fueled on that it can fly around like that? I'm pressing X to doubt. So are you just like on a fuel tank and on the world's smallest fucking vacuum nozzle? I love that he's wearing the Star Wars speeder bike helmet. Props. Yours seems way, way noisier than theirs. Like, I've seen all the movies, man. Those babies, they're like, like, you're not sneaking up on anybody with that. Get yourself some Blackberry Brandy Smooth. Isn't E&J brandy? I don't know. Blackberry Brandy. Is that the maker or or just the type? Like, find a Blackberry Brandy. Maybe a brandy. Velo, Dragon Fruit, and Camel Royale. Is that an American brand? I might take that. I take ADHD meds, do nicotine pouches, smoke cigs for dopamine maxing. I don't do any of that stuff, thankfully. I'm not very well medicated. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, and Yeah, it's just kind of the herb once in a while. This thing sounds like an oversized spray can. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. I thought from a distance you looked like you had a Stormtrooper speeder bike helmet on. You just have a safety helmet on. Never mind. You're a fag. Tell you this, your new ride really blows, Tom. So if you don't mind setting off a small fog field every time you take off and land, you too can have the world's noisiest, most annoying motorcycle. It's DCS video game crap. Distillery Blackberry Wine. Silly. Use your brain cells. They're fading fast. My brain cells have taken a pounding. They're on low power. Oh my God, it looks just like Star Wars speeder bikes. It does. I don't believe he's wearing a GoPro helmet. Yeah, I don't believe it's real, but at the same rate, if that's very well faked. Just be careful of the Ewoks. I have a couple of questions. One, where's the fuel tank? Is that looks like that of a crotch rocket? Like, what is that thing running on that fuel would be enough? Yeah, I'm not sure that that's real. I'm not sure that that's real. We're proud to share more of the test flight footage. Yeah, I don't believe that it's real. The Ewoks hate those things. Last time I seen one of those flying through the woods, an Ewok threw a giant log at it to crush the guy. I'm not a huge fan of them either if they're that loud. Quite frankly, the thing is fucking kerosene, says Panda Bishop. Really? Would kerosene work that well? I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. Clearly smells like jet fuel, Johnny. Dumb. Open your eyes. My eyes aren't closed. I was looking over there. I am getting fuzzy. So this is probably a lot more easier for you to fuck with me than me and you. He's wearing GoPro helmet. We covered that. I'm smoking cigs. We covered that. All right, cool. We've caught up with all those. So I do have one other video that I don't think. Fury 3225 2025 raw footage. What is this? This is a real roller coaster? This thing can't be real. This can't be real. That looks kind of cool, actually. Where's the part where I thought it was fake? There was a slope that you were on that I thought it was fake. I'm sorry. I don't know where it is. Oh, maybe it's over there. Yeah. This didn't seem real with some of these the way it's over there, but never mind. It's just the angle. Wow, one of you guys really needs to learn. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That seemed completely not real. You gotta have a lot of faith that all of those parts are gonna stay where they're supposed to for you guys to go on that ride. Oh, that drop would be fun, though. Do you think I could get Digger to do that? She doesn't like that stuff. She doesn't like that falling stuff. I don't know if it's real. Why haven't we used them to invade Greenland? Mr. Q, these are prototype test runs, so these things are new, and I have no idea. I was making a joke about smelling the jet fuel, not your eyes. Oh. Unless you think I have some superpower that I can smell things through a screen. I can't. That you can't be real. It's called the roller coaster. They have them at Valley Fair. I'll show you next summer. No, I meant that particular roller coaster looked unrealistic. It was because I saw it in the process of the shots that we have, and that big opening drop that they came down didn't look real. I'm sorry. Dragster at Cedar Point is better. Maybe I got duped. Okay, these things happen. I'm easily led astray. Now I kind of want to watch Return of the Jedi. I know. I'm the only person here that remembers when Star Wars was actually good. I remember when Star Wars was good. You know, I didn't realize that remembering when Star Wars was good would be a sliding line that eventually included the prequels. But yeah, I remember when Star Wars was good. Dragster is dope. All right, the Dragster is dope. Let's look up the Dragster. Where is it again? Dragster in where? They have to be inspected, of course. I know they have to be inspected, but I still keep my fucking Dragster at Cedar Point. Ooh, Dragster at Cedar Point. All right, let's go with the... Oh, it's only 35 seconds? Top Thrill Dragster POV Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio. So this is the Sandusky, Ohio. The Dragster at Cedar Point. All right. Wait, why are you trying to do things when I'm not ready for you to do things? Slabam, slabam. All right. Cedar Point, the Dragster. Okay. Oh, that's a little exciting. That's it. Stop. Damn it. It went. It just went up. It came right. That's the amazing. Like, am I getting duped? The first one failed at some point. Dragster Dope, they had to remake it. The first one failed. You go 120 miles per hour. I mean, I'm not saying it's not like, yay, it's fast, but like just in the POV of it, you don't feel that. It doesn't seem. Let's try a different one. Same deal. I think this might be the rebuilt one.
Oh my God!
All right, so this is better. I could do without the lady screaming. But I need the sound for the rushing to give me the full effect of the movement, otherwise the video doesn't faze me at all. Doesn't seem that crazy. 420 feet straight down. Cedar Point is awesome. It's the only thing not Ohio. In Ohio, says Matthew Q. You know what? I'll take your word for it. I need to get a couple of things in my life in order. Maybe I should try and see how much putting together a little Cedar Point getaway with the kiddo this summer would be, because that might be worth it. You know, pop down there. Or take her to Valley Fair, I guess, but I don't know. That could be fun. I want to take her somewhere with a water park. She can do the water slides. Well, her knickers are bad Dazzer. I think you're the only one working. That's a video game, Johnny. The first one was a video game? Damn it. Shit. Well, I found the real one. Does that count? Does that count for anything at all? I found the real one. And the real one does look cool. The real one does look fun. I would go on that ride. Like, I'd totally go. Although, fucking pinch my nipples. You don't really have to push me to go on a roller coaster. I love roller coasters. The sound reminds me of the shitter on the mountaintop. What's the one that Wild Thing? That's the one at Valley Fair. Can we see if we have one? This is what I have locally, and this is why I'd rather go to like that in Ohio than Valley. Wild Thing accident. That's bad news. Wild Thing POV. This is the other reason I like the Wild Thing and stuff like that. This one's like got more of a ride to it, you know? But this is at Valley Fair. So, like, I don't know, either Valley Fair or so. I want to take her to an amusement park this summer. That's on my bucket list. Something Daddy wants to do for Daddy is see his daughter at an amusement park. Johnny, can you play that last video again? I want to close my eyes and listen to it for research purposes. No, I'm sorry. Matthew Q, that's a video from the Roller Coaster Tycoon video game. But the first one, maybe. But the second one, that was definitely a lady screaming. Oh my God, this is loud. Fucking. I can't believe there was an accident and they had a problem. See, this one gets you excited. Like, this is a slow rise. You're just going up. And they're taking it at the perfect time with the setting sun. I've ridden this thing, I think, 2 or 3 times. I know my brother and me went on the corkscrew on this. Fake, says Matthew Q. This totally isn't fake. I've actually been on this thing. I've been on this roller coaster. This roller coaster is fun. Especially when you get to this point. I don't think there's any people on it. Somebody just slapped a GoPro on it and just clicked film. Or they're outrunning the screams. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think we got to do that. That's what we agree. I don't think it's fake. I'm sorry, but I feel like this doesn't go up to 120 miles per hour or anything. But you have a lot more fun, like twists and turns and stuff with something like this versus that other one. Like, you go on a ride for a little bit, you get to have fun. Otherwise, like a roller coaster that's over in 35 seconds, what are you doing with your life? Pretty sure this is a video game too, says Abel Graham. Nobody believes me. How does this ride not require riders to evacuate their bowels before riding? What are you talking about? This one? This one's fun. This is nothing. This is a fun. The scary one is the one they had in Valley Fair that had like the wooden like the old school wooden thing. I think they still have that. Here's the picture booth. You take your pictures when you're freaked out so you can get a keychain. Hooray. Come around to the loading and unloading area. So yeah, no, I don't know. I'm going to take her out to one of those. Doesn't look real. It's totally real. That's the wild thing. I've been on it. I've ridden that thing. I can guarantee you it's real. That was a weird divert. All right. With that up, we have I tried to find animal stuff today and I couldn't. I could not find animal stuff today. What I do have is apparently a 2026 movie called Sheep Detectives. The Sheep Detectives. What are you trying to figure out? Who's been shagging the sheep? Because that would be an awfully interesting question. We'll check this out. This was kind of weird. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this or not. I might freak out. We're going to try and get to... We got to make it like 13 more minutes, but I'm fading fast. Alucard gives it a thumbs down. What is Alucard giving a thumbs down? That was anticlimactic. Wild Thing isn't like super duper exciting, like oh my god, and then it has a big finish. It's a fun ride. From start to finish, it's just a fun ride. The Wild Thing is a blast. The Excalibur ride was the old school feel with the wooden frame. Yeah, but didn't they get rid of Excalibur? All right, let's see if we can find Valley Fair Excalibur. Valley Fair Excalibur made you your britches because you thought it was going to come apart while you were riding it. Where is the Valley Fair? Valley Fair Excalibur POV. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that scares me because I always worry about it. Although it doesn't look like it has the wood anymore. Oh, never mind. We still got the wood. So while this thing's cranking up to the top, you got to start hoping that none of this is started rotting. I think the floods damaged Excalibur. Happy 420. We're getting almost there, I know. But yes, I'd hate it if the floods damaged Excalibur. They can just replace the boards though, right? We can save Excalibur. It's King Arthur's sword. Now I'm watching this and the clock. Trying to keep an eye on the 420. This one's, again, super fun. It's not like the biggest, oh my god, ride in the world, but it's fun. It's fast. It's crazy. The whole, like, it went 120 miles per hour. Yeah, but if you blinked, it was over. This one, you get to go in and go for some twists and some turns. Feel a few G's. Get the wind in your hair. Hopefully not sit behind somebody who vomits. Wild Saffron. 520, 520, 520, 520. I will say the loading and offloading on this one looks way more handicap friendly. So if we do Valley Fair and Excalibur is in the running, we got to probably do that one early. Get in there early, get in and out. That way we get some fun in before we spend the time. Although I suppose I do get to cut, like a lot of times they usually let the wheelchair guy go first. No, just go ahead and get him through. Why? Because he's going to fucking take forever to move. Like, fuck him. Fuck him. And I'll take it. I'll take it. If it means line cutting all day, me and my daughter are riding all of the rides. I'm not saying that being crippled is worth it, but I'm saying if I get to line cut at Valley Fair or any other amusement park I go to, there are, perks to being a member. Don't hate it all, I guess. All right, I'm really worried this movie's going to suck now because I just saw it off the side of the thing, and I'm terrified why we have...
If there's one secret to happiness in my life,
I thought the sheep were the people they were. It said voiced by. So wait a minute. If there's one secret to happiness in my life, and I'm guessing it's going to be sheep, so let's just say I'm very worried where this could go.
It's taking care of the kindest creatures on earth. Sheep. I want you to be.
I don't know if they're the kindest creatures on earth. I mean, I don't know if they're the worst.
Eat my flock.
When I wake up. I hate that we're using this song. This is like my song with somebody else. Don't use this song.
I know who I'm gonna be. I keep them well fed, well groomed, and each day I read out loud to them mysteries, whodunits. I know who the.
So you're raising sheep to be detectives. Aw, the little blackface sheep is so cute, says SH. Lab glass with $1. The wooden roller coaster was Renegade. So Excalibur wasn't the wooden roller coaster? The Renegade? All right. Is Renegade gone? Jimmy would be in heaven with all those sheep just waiting for him. I mean, I guess if you're a sheep shagger.
Killer wasps. I like to pretend that they follow along, but they're only sheep.
Oh, why would he stop there? He was just about to say who the killer was.
This is torture. It was the maid, right?
When I wake up.
Wake up! Everybody wake up!
We found George on the grass, and he's not moving.
What? Lily, tell us what to do.
Our shepherd was murdered. And we shall solve the crime. George was visited by someone he knew well enough to offer a drink.
Not much of a story for you, I'm afraid. Unless there's anything out of the ordinary.
The policeman is completely hopeless. We need to help him.
You think you're brave enough to leave home?
We're not scared.
What is that?
I think it's a road.
But what is it made of?
Well, not grass, I can tell you that. Are you coming?
For George?
For George.
Officer Derry.
All right, so it's kind of cute as an animal video, but I don't know how I'm going with the sheep suddenly develop the ability to solve crimes. I watched a cow brush itself with a broom yesterday. I'm willing to believe animals can evolve, but this is a bit much.
I'm George Hardy's lawyer.
SH, this looks cute. We do this kind of because whether you think it's gay, lame, or whatever, it's cute, it's fun, it's lighthearted. It's the end of the show, so we're kind of going. And I'll be honest, I was totally in for it when I thought Hugh Jackman was voicing a sheep.
He wrote a will. In the nighttime stories, the people in the will are always the suspects.
That man had nothing.
Well, actually, there is $30 million. And we have our motive. We need to look for clues.
Stand back. I am, after all, a sheep detective.
You killed George. What are they hiding?
What if I can't solve it?
I've read you dozens of these stories. They follow very simple rules.
Look, the clue.
Every time.
I hate that they're using the song. It's pissing me off they're using the song. That's literally the only part that's getting to me. They are the dumbest. Right, which is why I don't think they'll make it as sheep detectives.
Something happens with this case. That's my hat. There they are. A clue. Thank you all.
Sheep can do things. In fact, we can do anything.
I want to bash it. I want to bash it so bad. Yeah!
All right. So there you go. So that's the movie. Stop showing me things that make me mad, says Freak. Why are you mad at that? Why does that make you mad? That was a cute movie about a bunch of sheep regretting the loss of their shepherd and deciding that they were going to sleuth it. I wish my daughter would sit through like feature films so we could watch stupid shit like that. She doesn't like long movies. I'd love to watch those. I'm still trying to get her to watch the animal Robin Hood. The Disney animated Robin Hood. She does not like, I know she'll love it if she won't commit to it. She's like, I don't like scary things. It's not scary. It's got songs in it. It's easy to sing along with. It's fun to laugh at. It's cartoons. It's animals. Stop. Wild Things Wild Thing is real. I've ridden it a number of times, says Sandy Squatch. Please no, says Matthew Q. What, that movie? You don't think that movie was fun and cute? You don't think that movie was? I think that movie was fun and cute. You could watch it once and be done. I would hope that there's no like fucking agenda bullshit. It seems safe. And again, thank you for the $1 lap glass over there with the wooden roller coaster was Renegade. I'd be totally fine with watching that movie. I just wish she'd watch other stuff. I'm gonna end a few bits early. I'm out of stories and I am out of energy, and I want to just sit on my couch and be almost completely oblivious for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to sit next to my daughter and let her tell me about her day for a while. It sounds like it's going to be a fun time. If you're going to make this, do it in an animated version so it can actually be entertaining. I don't like live animation. Matthew Q, that's the way they're doing everything with this now. And they want to pitch the idea that, I'm sorry, I thought that was cute. A lot of other people thought the animals were cute. Is this a trailer for a gay Midsummer's Murder called Detective Barnaby? Never mind, Wild Saffron's totally against it. I thought, I loved he old rickety wooden roller coaster at Valley Fair. Excalibur was newer than the other two. The new wooden one at Valley Fair is called Renegade. That Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson movie about Neil Diamond is good. That Song Sung Blue, highly recommended by me. Okay. I should say newer. It's pretty old. I don't know. Cheers, Johnny. Go chill later. Yeah, I kind of think like we've got like 2 minutes left. I'm stretching this out to the point that it's going to be the same time. We'll be back tomorrow with Digger after I've hung out with Aaron on the Steel Toe Show. I'll be back here with Digger. So it'll be me, Digger, and you guys as always. Thank you so much for supporting the program and hanging out with us. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Our studio sponsor is St. Caesar's Spotted Dick. I think that's everything I need to remember. We'll catch you later.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand.